Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the GDQ Hotfix Trans Day of Visibility Celebration Showcase. My name is Quacksilver. I am joined by the Right Honorable Kuiper the Cat here to bless us on this Trans Day of Visibility, and we are at the end of our Metroidvania mania this morning on the GDQ Hotfix. But what a stellar run to close us out. It is my honor to introduce Soup, running Timespinner New Game Plus Glitchless.
Hiya, I'm wafflesoup, and this is Timespinner New Game Plus, made by Lunar Ray Games, and joining me is Winfei Maiden.
Hello.
So we're going to get started here. We're going to be doing this on Nightmare Mode, level 255. We have a special save file, so we are max level, and we kill everything in one hit. So we'll be starting in let's count down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, we miss it, but at the very start, I wanted to point out there's a cake there that has the trans colors on it. Forgot to say that before you actually started, so you probably missed it.
But, go back in the VOD. You can find it real quick.
Go back in the VOD.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Timespinner. We start with the horizontal dash, which you don't get until very late in the game in your regular playthrough, so we're just going to zoom everywhere. And we also have the light wall that we can use to climb. So we're just going to break some logic as well. And
this is glitchless, but there's just so many tools that you keep for being in New Game Plus that just help you get around a whole lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
You get to skip a lot of parts of the game.
So yeah, it's just a 20-minute run with some really tight movement. The combat is not difficult because we're max level. And just one cool trick at the end that if you mess up, that's not fun. But we don't have to worry about that. So we've picked up the timer wheel, which allows us to stop time, freezing enemies in place, using them as platforms and such.
Like you just saw.
And just sort of manipulating where they're positioned, which helps us get around as well. So we have most movement tech unlocked very early on.
Yeah, you have that infinite vertical with that light wall that you can place down, and then the dash forward. That's kind of the main appeal of New Game Plus to me. You don't have to worry about anything besides just pressing a button and flying forward half the time.
That was Boots, the robotic cat. First boss we beat. Like all of them, it's going to be a very quick affair, and we're just going to wave hi and bye to them.
And there is a giant hammer in this game as well, that we use to just pretty much smash through every boss.
We've seen our fair share of giant hammers today.
Yeah. What can I say? You gotta hit something, just use the giant hammer. It works.
Works every time.
So
What's
kind of
difference? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, we picked up a B card earlier. How the key cards work in this game is, if you have a B card, you can do any letter underneath that, so C and D. So we don't have to go through a different little area and pick up different cards, which is very nice. That was a little thing that we did earlier. Or that Waffle did earlier.
So what's the timing difference between New Game and New Game Plus then? You said this is a quick 20-minute run. Are we cutting down like literal hours, or is it like, you get 10 minutes back?
The world record for any percent is 25 minutes, so it's like 5 minutes.
Wow.
Difference. It's, so the New Game Plus, we actually go for the true ending. So in any percent, we just go for the quickest one that we can, so that's why there's quite a bit of a difference. There's a whole area of the game you don't see in the any percent, but we do see it in this, which is...
Makes sense.
Kind of offsets it.
Mm-hmm. And also, the tech that you use in any percent to go fast is actually not a whole lot slower than the fast forward, like the fast movement that we get here. but it is frame perfect every time you do it. So you are frame perfect attacking and jumping at the same time through most of the game. And as someone who has ran any percent as my main category, your hands don't like it.
2025 is the year we take care of our hands, gamers.
Yes.
Yes. So, second boss coming up, Barn de Groth. We pick up the Timespinner Spindle, say bye to him, and now we have 2 pieces of the Timespinner, which allows us to use it to go back to the past.
We get to see a lot of cool characters in the past. Sadly, not in the speedrun. You don't actually have to talk to any of them, right? In this one?
Nope.
Yeah, in any percent you talk to one of them. My personal favorite. But we kind of just ignore everyone in this. We show up, we solve everyone's problems, we leave.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to travel to the past here at the top of this tower. But what happens if there's no tower in the past? Oh, we just fall.
I'm gonna be honest, I never thought about it that way. But that makes a whole lot of sense.
Uh-huh.
Luckily there was a lake there, it didn't hurt too bad.
Yeah. And our girlfriend Nell came and rescued us. Hi, Nell. Bye, Nell.
Bye, Nell. It's actually a very cute emote for her that I absolutely love. We're gonna see a lot of chickens around here. Once again, just destroying everything in the path and just going as fast as possible. The next area we get to is my favorite music in the game. One of my 2 favorite. I'll point out the other one later. But the music in this game is phenomenal. I love it so much.
Shout out to Jeff Ball, who did all the music for this game. Just an amazing job. You should buy the soundtrack for this game. You should buy this game, and you should also wishlist Timespinner 2 on Steam as well. There is a sequel in development.
Just relatively recently got announced, as I recall. People were popping off about that. I am excited.
Yeah, it looks really good. The trailer shows off a lot. The developer actually does streams showing like him doing some of the like coding and art for the game. So that's always really fun to watch and see as well. Some kind of just like real-time progress that you can kind of watch. That's another boss down.
It's the Azure Queen. Behind her, we get the Twin Pyramid Keys, which are our fast travel item. So now we can get around the map much quicker and travel between the past and present.
You get a couple of a succubus and an incubus that are making fun of you, but we'll take care of that next.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're gonna see the right side of this map in the past. Really cool thing, some stuff that you do in the past, like there were vines that you could see on the path that Waffle took to go left. You can burn those with a certain orb, and it actually changes some of the layout in the present, and it unlocks like a little area. The kind of main goal that we're going for right now is there are 3 giant laser gates in the present, and killing 3 bosses in the past, each one of them takes out one of those gates, and that's kind of the first like goal of the game, is you go into the past, you kill these 3 bosses, and that lets you get to essentially where this emperor is that you want to go kill. So that's kind of the first little bit of this run. And it changes a lot. Like there's a crashed ship that shows up after one of the bosses. There's really cool little like bits and pieces that change. We are done with the ramparts.
Yep, and we are on to the castle itself. I do like how some of these attacks are just really large and just room clearing and very nice animations.
Especially after the density of the enemies in Order of Ecclesia. Like, yeah, it's nice to have a giant spinning blade.
Uh-huh.
Say, no, thank you. I will actually not be dealing with this.
It's really nice. There's like scythe rings also. You'll see this a lot actually. The kit that is in this speed run, because there's a save file that is pretty much passed around, so you can do this. Oh, here's the other boss. Hammer it, kill it, dead.
Wow.
But yeah, those scythe rings on the, like, you can see them floating around to the current orb that's being used. They just kind of break stuff. And also, since you're such a high level, it does kill pretty much any enemy that you tap with it. So a lot of the time, like right there, you just run into the enemy and that ring will just kill them immediately. And it's very satisfying.
Mm-hmm. And killing the Incubus and Succubus got us the Succubus hairpin, which is the double jump, because it wouldn't be a Metroidvania if it didn't have a double jump.
And this is a really great room for that ring to kind of show what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we were earlier talking about how a rock is a pretty poor pretext for a double jump. I would argue that a hairpin is also a pretty poor pretext for a double jump.
Don't think about it. It's fine.
Exactly. Look, I come from a game where your double jump is a literal pair of wings, so I'm used to, like, logic.
Hollow Knight?
Yeah.
Okay. I do love Hollow Knight as well.
Metroidvania girlies stand together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was Elana, the second of the 3 bosses we needed to beat in the past. To get to the third one, the Maw is under a lake, though. So we need to go pick up one more upgrade before we can get there.
Hard to move through water, so gotta get something for that. Just like with Order of Ecclesia, the water does slow you down quite a bit as well, so it's always kind of the most annoying part, but I think the environment under the water is actually really cool. Too bad we skipped most of it.
Yep.
This room is also very fun. You just kind of become a little ball bouncing back and forth between the ceiling and the floor. There's a lot of fun little rooms. Waffle, I don't know if I actually know this. What's your favorite orb in this game?
My favorite orb is the Nether orb. Which we don't see at all in this, but
yeah.
If you play the randomizer, which this game has a really good randomizer as well, you can experience all of the orbs.
Because there's that one and is there a second orb? That is
Forbidden Tome.
Game? What's the it was the Kickstarter?
The Umbra orb, yeah.
Umbra orb, that's it. So yeah, you get even that one in the randomizer, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
So did you come from randomizer to speedruns, or from speedrun to randomizer?
I came from the randomizer.
I came from speedrunning, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So the community is super great. The Discord that everyone is in, just everyone's awesome in there. There are randomizer events that we do every once in a while. It's just nice. I think that's how we met as well. Waffle was just kind of through all that.
Yep.
So lots of good things have come from that.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last of the pass that we're going through right now, which is a whole lot of just kind of ruins, I would kind of say. And there's some pretty big enemies. I love this room. You just pause time and you go across this giant snail, and you don't ever have to worry about it. The time stop ability is just extremely useful in so many rooms.
I think it's possible to time it so you can just run through it with the scythe ring, but I just prefer jumping over the giant snail.
That sounds risky. I don't like that. Because it has to pop out of the shell. This is the hardest boss in the game, but it doesn't matter because we're just gonna kill it dead. That is a joke. There is a very easy way to fight this boss. But that is the last one that we have to kill into the past. Or in the past. Words.
And now we will head to the military fortress. This was the laser gate that had the ship crashed into it.
And
of
this
course.
is my second favorite, or my other favorite song. I absolutely love this area. A cool little thing is all those enemies that were in the castle in the past basically now have upgrades. Instead of arrows, they've got guns, they've got shields that can throw attacks at you. Once again, we're not seeing pretty much any of this. Because we can just either kill them or stop time and just walk on their heads.
Use time stop to climb off of these enemies. It's just a really good ability.
Yeah, and the just time stop, it's just so good. There's so many little things in the run that, like, this is a very good, like, you've been very smooth with this run. Like, there's so many small things that can go wrong, and small little movement that you need to do, and it's going great.
Also, you were kidding about the infinite vertical with light wall. I saw you light wall into light wall there a second ago.
Yeah, that's a newer trick that someone figured out that saves like a second or two that I think just looks really cool too.
So the reason that we went right first is because there were a bunch of lasers, and we had to basically disable those, and we broke the power to the lab. We now have the security A card, which is how we get towards the last area of the game, and there's 3 more checks that we gotta go grab.
Yeah, we have the Timespinner wheel, we have the Timespinner spindle, but we don't have the 3 tuning gears. And all of those are locked behind that A key card that we just picked up.
Which, behind 2 of them are people's least favorite rooms, for reasons that I agree with. We don't have to care about it, because we have giant room clears, but those lasers, you cannot pass through them. They are basically solid terrain, so to get past them, you have to kill those spiders. And if you don't have the damage, they can take quite a while, and the ones on the ceiling, just gotta find a weird way to hit them. Never fun. And the second one. So yeah, one more, and then we get to see the last area. You can even see that that gate is busted because no one's been down here in a long time.
Yeah, I do love the visual design, and I do hear the what you said previously about it being somewhat inspired by Ecclesia.
Oh yes, heavily inspired.
Just a little bit.
But
It's a love letter, and it's a very great one.
yes. Oh, we got the rare spawn of Rishia.
Oh yeah, that
Rishia
is a
has
very
blessed
low,
this run.
very low chance that that happens. Which is actually really great because normally in that room there's a bunch of those lizards hopping around, and these ones poison you. Poison hurts pretty much no matter what because it's percentage health. So that is a nice little spawn to see. In the final staircase down, can you pause time just in case we do get that rare spawn there too?
Yep.
I never see it, but no one even knew about it for the longest time. I think it's so cool. Alright, here's a bird. Goodbye.
It's supposed to be one of the hardest boss fights in the game. Just no problem. Now we're just gonna, now that we have all the Timespinner pieces, we're gonna go way back in the past and kill our dad before we were ever even born.
And that has no consequences, don't worry about it.
I was gonna say, and there is a sequel game to this, right? So-
Yes. Yeah, so time's just kind of broken. We're just gonna put ourselves in Lightwall jail and think about what we've done.
Yeah, the light walls, especially if you're doing glitched runs, there's a lot, since the light wall is physical and like basically more terrain, you can clip yourself into a lot if you're doing a glitched run. And light wall jail is a real thing that you can get quite often.
Oh no.
You just have to wait for them to despawn if that happens, and it's not a fun time.
Yeah, we're in the final game section of the game, the Ancient Pyramid. Just gonna fly past all of these enemies, and like I said earlier, this is 20 minutes of tight movement and one neat trick that you do not want to mess up, which is coming up right here, called Light Ball Skip.
Normally, that is a huge vertical shaft, and you normally, like, there's a chance you don't have that light wall, so you are kind of stuck down there. I don't think you can warp out either using a shard, right?
You can, but there's no like other way out.
Yeah. There's a save down there. You have to break some walls, and then you get another thing that actually is like total vertical movement as well. So it's a lot faster. But we don't care.
Second final boss. That's totally how that animation is supposed to go. That's totally normal. And the final boss will also just kill with one hit for time.
GG.
GG.
And we do just a single exclamation mark because the first thing Lune says after killing a god is just that.
Exclamation points in chat.
Yup, chat ready right there. Right there for you.
Yeah, this is Timespinner. And this is a real fast, real fun run.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Absolutely incredible showcase. It's Trans Day of Visibility, so be visible. Tell the people who you are, where they can find you, and if you got any shout outs to give.
I'm wafflesoup. I stream on Twitch at wafflesoup. Mainly Timespinner, both randomizer and speedruns, sometimes some other randomizers. I'm on Blue Sky at wafflesoup.com. And shoutouts to the entire Timespinner community. As we've already said, they're really lovely. And check them out. And again, wishlist Timespinner 2 on Steam.
Follow Lunar Ray Games as well. He's the one who made the game. And just thank you for that as well. Just such a great community. A great game. Very excited for the second one.
Amazing. Thank you both so much for ending our Metroidvania mania in style. We are going to take a quick break. So please get up, stretch, decompress from all of this exploration gaming, and we'll be back in a little bit with more Trans Day of